We're on. Now
Hey, we're live.
Now, Red.
I guess we're live.
Red.
Hey, Red,
You're
live,
counting
pal.
down to your introduction.
Are you frozen?
Wait, did everyone just go? Everyone has audio?
Yeah.
Did I mute myself?
I don't know what happened, but we're live, pal.
I can't hear any of you. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
We were just waiting for you to
You guys
speak.
playing with me right
What's
now?
up?
Yeah. No. Well, we're gonna keep moving.
What happened?
As if
I
the
can't
show
hear
is
anyone.
live. I'm gonna do my best
Well-
Red impression. This
Hello?
is Loser Leaves Wrestling. Loser Leaves Wrestling.
Hello?
LLW.
I'm Red Jefferson.
Yeah. Hey.
I can't hear you guys at all.
This is Roy Hammond.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
But
get
we have a
it
special
now.
guest this week, and it's Don Buseman.
Jesus.
That
Don, how
actually
you
makes
doing?
a lot of sense.
I'm doing great. Hey, Red.
Hi,
Thanks for joining
I
us.
figured this all out. This is okay. Welcome to Loser Leaves Wrestling. This is the woo-woos and what's of AEW Dynamite. Because I'm using my computer screen, which I usually mute the YouTube on the computer screen so I could see the YouTube, but I muted it and I was confused as to why I couldn't hear anything. Hey, my name is Red Jefferson. I'm here with Roy Laswitz, and our special guest this week, we've got John Buseman here. Everyone, welcome John Buseman to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey,
Well-
guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey. Oh, this is great.
We're glad to have you.
Outstanding.
We're glad to have you. And also, if any of you want to jump on the show sometime, email us at loserleavespod@gmail.com and we'll consider it. Unless you're Tony.
Yeah.
Unless you're Tony. Honestly, I don't know if some people like S and Swizz and Tony. I'm not sure if I ever want to meet in real life because I have such fully fledged visions of who they are right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be ruined. But fair. Let's get to the AEW Dynamite. We have a big show to discuss.
Wait, can I
What?
can I just real quick? I wanted to show you guys something, and all the viewers who do watch. So I'm at my parents' house right now. I'm visiting my parents. My dad had a little minor surgery today. He's doing really well. Shout out to my dad for doing really
Shout
well.
out to Big Papa
but
Laswitz.
Hey.
in my parents' house, I have the first ever piece of wrestling merchandise that I ever bought as a 7-year-old.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
thought I would show it to you guys.
Bring it
I
out.
bought this at Toys R Us.
You're 7 years old?
I'm 7 years old. I actually didn't even buy it at Toys R Us. I bought it at a place called Bradley's, which was next to Toys R Us.
It was near
Oh.
Caldors.
I used to go
Yeah, it
to
was-
Bradley's. Jersey shit.
Yeah, big time. It is a framed picture of Degeneration X Shawn Michaels.
Wow.
That's good.
That's
That's
probably worth a lot of
quality.
money today. Wow. That's
No,
crazy.
it's a
Probably
piece of
not.
shit, but it means a lot to me.
Probably worth a lot of money.
Wow.
Wow. Excellent job. Excellent job. John, do you remember your first wrestling item you've ever purchased?
I don't know if I purchased it, but I guess something that I purchased, it probably would have been a wrestling figure. I had a ton of wrestling figures, but I recently just remembered that I had Hitman's sunglasses when I was little,
Sick.
which I really wish I had them now for
That'd be
this
pretty dope.
show more
They were
than anything.
They were flexible, right?
They were super soft. They were flexible. Just had
Man.
like a band that kept it on your head. Sick.
That's
So sick.
sounds pretty great. Honestly, I'm very just.
So
I had
good.
a Mankind folder for school that I purchased at the drug fair, and it's of him giving a leg drop of all things. like I didn't.
He gave a
like,
lot of leg drops.
He gave
He
a lot of
did.
leg drops, but it's not like you think Mankind and you're like that leg drop. It just wasn't. But either way, welcome to the show. We're here to
Hulk
talk about
Hogan
AEW
stole the
Dynamite.
leg drop from Mick Foley.
There's what Foley.
Long Island boy.
Foley's a real Long Island
We
boy.
gotta
and
talk about it.
We're in Long Island today. We're in Long Island at
We
AEW.
are.
And boy, what a time. By the way, just to say, this was a breakneck pace. This
Yeah.
show was absolutely rapid fire the
Mhm.
entire time. overall thoughts right now. Roy, what are you giving it? A woo 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 or what? Or what?
I'm gonna go overall woo woo woo. I have to, but there are some things on this show that we will get to. I also I just got home, there's a lot going on, so I feel really scatterbrained today, but there are things on this show that I feel very passionately about in a negative way and passionate about in a positive way. Not all these shows get me as pumped up as this show got me in certain points.
Yeah. Buse, what are your thoughts?
Oh, woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Long Island Iced Tea, baby.
I am a firm woo woo, but for the wrong reasons. We're going to talk about it right now. We got CM Punk. So we start off the show with MJF's music coming off, and everyone's all hyped about it. Out comes CM Punk. CM Punk comes out to a mixed reaction, and that mixed reaction got worse when he really leaned into it.
He just went for it.
What are our thoughts on this tonight, Buse? Do you think he's going to be permanent heel, or is this just for Long Island?
I think it's just for Long Island. You know, I don't know what he or the company was expecting with him coming out. I don't know if he planned to shit on Long Island as much as he did, or if he just went there when he saw what the crowd was doing. But it was just oh, okay, you're not gonna really give me a pop or anything. I'm just gonna immediately shit on you.
Yeah.
Chicago did it better. The Islanders suck. And I think honestly, it kind of went longer than it should have, because maybe he just he was
having too much fun,
got lost, and was just saying, he's kind of repeated himself some.
Yeah. He definitely was overwhelmed. I think he was having a lot of fun. I think he's having more fun than he usually has with these Love Fest things. He's having these Love Fests every week. Roy, you came in a little tardy for it.
I did.
Did you make any of this?
I didn't, but I'm gonna go back and watch after the show. But I will say too, something that I find really interesting is historically, as you know, we all were at some point WWE/F fans. The Long Island crowd, the Nassau Coliseum crowd back in the day, generally shits on everybody. And I think Punk probably recognized that, and also knew that MJF was going to be the babyface, so he was going to go out of his way to make these people angry. And he did a great job of it, from what it sounds like. I didn't see it.
He definitely ate it up. We have Chica Marks in the crowd here. Everyone welcome Chica Marks. Give a honk for Chica Marks. Chica Marks. And she writes, amazing to see MJF Love Fest here. That was a lot of fun. We're going to get into it a little bit with the voiceover thing. But you two just went to a GCW show this weekend, and Chica Marks is going to a GCW show, I think in December. December. It's in LA.
Next Friday.
It's next Friday. I won't go because I think it's all standing room only, and I refuse.
Gotta get those tickets early.
I cannot do that.
Dallas
will not do it.
Yeah.
But out comes MJF. This was right after this, the MJF hero promo. MJF comes out, and this video package with a voiceover and this cool, imagine a hero coming from Long Island. He's mentioning all the accolades that he's had in his hometown, and then he's just and he did pretty good with the girls, and he's doing all the cool fun stuff. He comes out with this what kind of car, a Porsche or Ferrari, and it was pretty exciting stuff. Then he comes out, and everyone's already in the ring for the casino battle royale, but whatever it's called. But what did you think of the video package at first? Roy, this is when you came in.
Yeah, this is when I came in. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought the video package was great. I don't know. I like when they do stuff like this. I like not just them, but and when wrestling does stuff like this, when there is this guy is the ultimate heel, but he's going to be a babyface in his hometown. I thought he was going to turn on the fans and try to get the fans to boo him, which probably wouldn't have been that hard, but they went the opposite direction. And I thought it was good for a period of time. I don't know if it was good all the way through, but in the beginning it was great. I liked he came out with the jacket. I liked the whole thing. It was great. And he actually looked to show genuine emotion. He was actually overcome with emotion there for a minute, which was nice to see, but I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah. I think that's part of the fun of him. But did you notice Did you notice the thing at the end when he's going to pound? He's having Sean Spears take off the ring, and he lifts up his finger, and then Sean Spears doesn't know what to do, so he just links his, and he's giving a promise. And it was just this weird moment. Did anyone else notice this? Did you notice this?
I did not
missed
see that.
It's pretty funny.
That's so funny. That was at the end of the match?
No, right at the beginning. Right, so right when he's coming down to the ring and he's like taking off his jacket and he just sticks out his finger to Sean Spears. And Sean Spears just thinks he's making a pinky promise and they link hands and he's just like, take my ring. It was very funny. It was very funny. But then we get the match. What are your thoughts on the match? Overall thoughts, we get MJF and Dante Martin get into the end here. We'll explain what happens a little bit. Overall thoughts on this match. Both of you, just go at it. Just say it.
Yeah, it's just a battle royal. Who cares, really? The thing that stuck out to me is that Matt Hardy punched Jay Lethal in the face with Nux. So are Matt Hardy and Jay Lethal going to feud? That's a bummer. I thought it was. I don't know, this whole like MJF like kind of being a babyface but kind of being a heel kind of thing, and the crowd. It all like kind of felt a little weird towards the end. And I'm going to save my comments about Dante Martin. We'll talk about that in a second.
Well, what were your thoughts?
Okay.
Do you enjoy battle royals?
Kind of. It depends. Like, you know,
what do you enjoy about a battle royal and what don't
if
you
there's
enjoy?
If there's stakes to it, and like it seems like guys are actually trying to win, and there's, you know, I don't know. I like having a little bit of structure, I guess, to battle royals. So it's not just a bunch of like people like just like kind of shoving each other on the ropes. And this like had a lot of that, you know, like there was a lot of different storylines going on. MJF was being protected by Wardlow, and then he dumped Wardlow. Dante Martin turning on Ricky Starks. So there's a few other things in here that was just like everybody got like a little bit of time, like a little bit of something.
Yeah, let's go over some of the things that did happen here. So I predicted as soon as the match started. Well, I'll tell you what I predicted in a sec. But essentially, they get down to the wire. It's MJF knocks out Wardlow and a bunch of other people right out of the ring at once, and then Dante turns on Ricky Starks to get them being the last two in there. So you think that I guess Dante aligned with MJF for that period of time, and then how does this work? So Ricky beats down Dante. Right after the match, because then MJF walks away. He has that
MJF and
moment.
Dante had they shook hands.
They shook hands. You're right. They shook
MJF
hands.
showed a little bit of respect.
A little good guy moment.
Shook hands and like
this was a roller coaster. This was a roller coaster moment because he shook hands, and I was actually really emotionally into this. He walks away and he has that like, should I help? Oh no, I shouldn't help. And like I almost believe the entire time he was going to do this and still not help, because that would be very funny. But then instead he runs back to the ring, gets in Ricky Stark's face. They're just screaming at each other, and then they just double beat down Dante, which is really funny and a really funny choice. And then what happened after that? CM Punk runs out, MJF bails, then he GTS's Ricky, and that's the end of that. Roy, you seem very upset.
On the GTS.
He gets booed on the GTS. Roy, you were pretty hurt by this. You did not like it. You wrote, I do not like.
Say that again?
You did not like that.
Oh, yeah. I hate this. So I don't care about the MJF stuff. I don't care. Whatever. Who cares? He's in his hometown. He was a bad guy. He did his bad guy thing. It was good. It was fine. It's the stuff. Look, you spent X amount of time last week, 5 minutes, 10 minutes even, talking, like bringing Lio Rush out onto the stage, getting to this argument with Taz. He's like, I got at least a 1% chance to beat, like whatever. They're doing this whole promo back and forth. And then who eliminates Lio Rush from this match? MJF, along with Wardlow and another guy. Yeah. So you just said it right there. You said, oh, he gets eliminated with some other people. You didn't even realize that Lio Rush got dumped out in that moment. And that's not your fault. It's AEW's fault. And then afterwards, after all this happens, you got, out of nowhere, Dante just throws Ricky Starks out of the ring and takes off his FTW armband and throws it on the ground. And Chaz is like, we got swerved. I wouldn't have known you'd gotten swerved. It wasn't a swerve. That's not a swerve. A swerve involves other people. You just decided to leave the group 2 weeks after you joined the group. Meanwhile, Lio Rush is sitting in the back with his thumb up his butt, not doing anything. And then he's getting beat down by 2 people. Who runs down to save him? Not Lio Rush, but CM Punk. So I don't know where Lio Rush and Dante Martin are. All of this is bad storytelling. It's WWE storytelling. Lio Rush got buried in this whole thing.
He did. Taz said he didn't get swerved. He got snurved. I got snurved. He kept saying snurved. But the thing is, throughout the show, he kept saying he's mad at Lio Rush and Dante. I have a feeling something got messed up here. I have a feeling that there was something along those lines, because
I would hope so.
One of what I really wish happened. I wish as soon as MJF had this big entrance and he's just about to get in the ring and he steps in the ring and they're all staring at him, and all of a sudden you're it's just the beginning of CM Punk's thing, just the beginning. And he turns around and everyone throws him out. And then that's it. Then they have it's a regular battle royale, and then it comes down to Ricky, Dante, and someone else. Ricky, Dante, and Dante throws out Ricky,
Dante, and Leo,
and then they both throw out Ricky, and then they have the match. Because honestly, Dante's not going to win that ring. If he wins that ring, what the hell is he going to do with it? This kid
useless. It's useless.
Do it. Like, if you get, like, just like the King of the Ring thing, if you give someone the King of the Ring and they don't have the personality to carry it, they become Billy Gunn. If they do have the personality to carry it, they become King Booker. Like, it's really the difference between doing something with a little pinky ring and not. What is he going to do? A 450 splash with it? Like he's not gonna. What are your thoughts on this?
Fist drop.
Do you think? You remember when? Do you remember when Malachi Black gave a little nod to Dante Martin?
Sure, I do remember something along those lines.
Yeah,
I keep thinking about that, and I don't know if anything will ever come of it, but I don't like Dante Martin. Always just like, he kind of looks like he's always like not sure like what he's doing, like not in like a I'm green way, like is in like a I don't know, like
I'm a lost soul.
What I should be doing or who I should be following. So I have it in the back of my head, like maybe he's being influenced, or he's in the House of Black. Maybe he's the one pulling the strings. That might not be the case, but I like in AEW that so many people interact, and there's so many different ways and factions that anybody, like, I think could think like, oh, he's with Lio Rush.
I kind of love that.
His own, or maybe he's in the House of Black. Like all these different things. So.
I really love that. I really love the idea of Malachi Black, Dante Martin. First thing, his name's Dante. That just feels like it's a tell that he's in that House of Black, Dante Black. Like, and then get Brody King in there. That's a good three-way stable. That are good trios for you. You guys have your trios.
Hey, now we're talking.
Moving on.
I like it, a trios.
We got to get out of there. We got to go on to the, another match. Okay, it's a Varsity Blondes and Jurassic Express versus the Acclaimed and 2.0.
The St. Patty's.
The St. Patty's. Wait, what? Who's the St.
Patty's? I just like the Varsity Blondes ring gear. I just thought it was very stupid.
They're honestly, like, Pillman is really disappointing me in a lot of ways. Bless his heart. He's got such gumption. He's got so much, he's got the heart of a champion, but boy, does his body not follow what he's supposed to do. Like, all the time, he's like, he's confused. Like, Griff Garrison's waiting there sometimes. He's like, throw him to me. What are you chopping him for? Like, I could almost see Griff Garrison saying that. Taz also screamed throughout the match he's going to lawyer up. And we get the win here. With the snare trap from Jungle Boy. What do we think of this match? Did anyone care? Anything stand out for them?
I mean, it was fun.
It was a fun match.
It was really enjoyable. I like Anthony Bowens a lot. Like, I feel like every time I see him, like, he's somebody that didn't hook me immediately, but every time I see him, I'm like, yeah, this guy's really good.
A little bit more each time. Like, I like him 1% more each time I see him.
I think he's smooth. He sells really well. He looks good. Like, he looks strong, Yeah, very impressed.
What are your thoughts on the Acclaimed right now, Roy?
I think it's funny. I think they're becoming more and more like the Hart Foundation every week, where Anthony Bowens is clearly the workhorse, Bret Hart of the group, and Max Caster is clearly Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Yeah, like, he's the one cutting the promos, getting the hype, but then Bowens is doing all the work.
Sure. I do like Bowen a lot more. What?
Oh, their theme song. Has he always had like a backing track?
Yeah.
He has. why did I just notice it tonight? I just got a new TV.
Because you're
I
so
don't
taken
know.
by his lyrics. I'm actually getting more and more into the Acclaimed. I'm liking them more since that sensitivity training. I think that's a good thing for Max Caster. And just this week, we saw a picture of Bowens with his boyfriend kissing in front of some. Did you see that online? And I was just like,
No.
I immediately like, that cancels out Max Caster for me. I love Bowens. I'm a big fan now. That just makes me happy that he's gay. Honestly, I like him better that he's gay.
Thank God he's gay.
Thank God. By the way, we have some comments here. Tony's been in here, and I missed out on Tony. Tony writes,
Tony.
boom. And he wrote, I missed the show. I love that Tony has a signature catchphrase. He writes, I missed the show, you guys. Better tell me what's what. And then you need them mid-card tag teams to fill in the ranks. The Varsity Blondes, I just don't think they're ready. I think Griff Garrison is kind of ready.
Yeah.
I think that Brian Pillman Jr. is rough. Like he gets confused. He'll just go up for a punch 10 count in the corner and not know why he's doing it. Everyone's just like, okay, I'll count with you. It was just, but the end happens when Daniel Garcia comes out to taunt Jungle Boy. But then Eddie Kingston comes running out to the ring and pulls out his underpants. And then we get Jungle Boy with the snare trap for the win. Backstage, though, we get Eddie backstage. He's hanging out with Ortiz. Which is interesting, which I'm happy about. But we can't hear a thing. We cannot hear a single thing.
I agree with everything he says. But I'm with you, Eddie. Absolutely.
Whatever you want.
And then they get attacked by a 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. I'm excited for this feud. I'm very into this.
The
Proud and the Powerful.
Proud and Powerful with Eddie Kingston. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
honestly, this is way better than anything Chris Jericho could be doing with them right now.
This is a good transition away from Inner Circle for them. Like, I think this has been necessary. This is a good matchup for a Proud and Powerful to actually get somewhere again. Because honestly, like when you're in a thing with Chris Jericho and there's 5 other people in that group and they just need your segment for one thing, the Proud and Powerful are never in those segments. It's always Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, and Chris Jericho. Proud and Powerful get lost. This is a way for them to get in with Eddie Kingston, which is good.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. They deserve more. They deserve so much more.
Chico Marks writes, you're not in it for the sweet mullets. We're talking about the Varsity Blondes. I'm just we gotta figure them out. I don't know. Do you feel the same way? Do either of you feel the same way about the Varsity Blondes as I do?
Yeah. I'm
not. Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, you're both so sweet. You listen to me, man, but you're like, yeah, he's saying it.
Yeah, no.
You're right.
There are a few things I noticed with this match. One, they were beating on Pillman, and Jungle Boy grabbed Julia Hart's pom-pom and started shaking it. And I was just thinking, like, this is so dumb. Like, you're a grown man, and seeing a pom-pom shaking like gets you, like, if that's what you need to get riled up,
it hulks you up.
You should be beaten.
That's very dumb.
And also the part in every AEW tag match where the rules just break down and tags don't matter. In this match, it happened, and Jungle Boy just stood on the apron watching Luchasaurus take on all 4 guys on the other team. He was just standing there holding the rope. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, he's fine.
Lord. That was that.
I think with this match, there's something quick that I saw, an observation that I had is that this is something they used to do all the time when Dynamite first started, when they didn't have such a big roster. They would do these like extra tag matches all the time to fill time, and they were good matches. And at first, when I started watching the match, I was like, oh, this feels like old Dynamite. This is nice. But then halfway through, the crowd like started chanting for Luchasaurus, and the crowd got restless because they can't do this kind of stuff anymore because they've raised the bar so high, and they have such a deep roster now of so many popular, talented people that Varsity Blondes don't really make the cut. They don't really make the cut anymore. And also the other thing too, and this is like a programming issue in my opinion, I think we went through this entire match without a commercial break when a lot of other matches on the card that were more important
every other
had
night,
commercial
yeah.
breaks.
Yeah.
You got to move some things around here.
That's
Give
a
this match
really
commercial
great
breaks.
point. That's a really great point. This should have been, squeezed in somewhere else, if at all. This wasn't a necessary match. I'm sorry. Varsity Blondes are not a necessary match to have on Dynamite when you've got one women's match and there's several people that just weren't there. And no Layla Hirsch.
I mean, it could have also been if well, that's true. If the point of this was to get 2.0 and Daniel Garcia going, then you could have just had 2.0 beat the Varsity Blondes in 5 minutes. Give them a win on television. They've never had one. Yeah. Give them a win on television to hype up the future of whatever this feud is going to be with Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston. I don't know.
It would have made more sense. It would have made more sense. I mean, why don't let Luchasaurus take the loss every now and then? We got next up, we got FTR and Tully. Tully, they cut this little thing in the back. And just a few notes I had from it. They don't need Tully anymore. I don't think they need Tully anymore. I love Tully. But I don't think they need Tully anymore. And also, Cash shouldn't talk. Dash should talk. Cash shouldn't talk. And they should change their name to the Top Guys. Once they win that championship for the second time, they should just change from FTR, drop Tully, and go to being Top Guys.
I have no problem with that. FTR
is terrible, right?
I really don't. I don't mind the name FTR. I just don't. I've never really liked Tully Blanchard.
Why do you hate Tully?
I don't know. Like he just doesn't do anything. He's just like a weird old guy. I know FTR like knows how to wrestle and can beat anyone's ass. Like I believe that, and I know that they know how to cheat effectively. I don't see what he adds to it unless it's just like to be, some sort of credibility for, whoever like old wrestling fan like doesn't know that FTR is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a nostalgia deal. Yeah. Do you care for Tully in the group, Roy?
I do like Tully. I do. I'm sorry. I do like Tully because he fits their vibe. They love Crockett. And like, it seems like people are like, this isn't real, but like, it's like someone's like, you don't need Tully. And they're like, no. I know we don't need him, but we want him. We want him around. We want him with us.
Yeah.
My beef with this segment in general is that why is this like tag team match happening on Rampage? Like, it's fine. It's going to be great. But like, why can't you just wait till Greensboro? Like, they're going to be in North Carolina in 2 weeks, the home of Jim Crockett Promotions. Like, why can't you give them that match in like their hometown, essentially?
That's very interesting. Maybe they have something more planned. Maybe they have something different or bigger planned. But I will say, actually, I just prefer Tully not to talk, I think Tully, I like Tully in the background. I like Tully floating around, rubbing his hands together, holding money or something. But like, I just want that. I don't want him talking.
Yeah.
Also, did you all see real quick? So they wrestled the Lucha Brothers at AAA. I forgot the name of the show. Triple Mania. Yeah. And I didn't see the match, but I saw that one, Vicky Guerrero was their manager at the show, which was very fun. And two, they were wearing the tights, not the exact pair, but they were wearing the same tight design as Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr when they were AAA tag team champions. So a nice little nod to them as well. It's very cool. It's like they're like Gringo Locos. Yeah, these like American flag tights. They're very cool. It's very, very cool to see.
That is cool.
Tony writes, Team Roy, don't mess with Team Roy, don't mess with Tully. Very good. We know whose side you picked.
Thank you, Tony.
We got to hit this Young Bucks versus Best Friends match. And the Young Bucks win with a Meltzer driver. But it's not Best Friends. It's Chaos Contingent. Oh, man. Do I hate that name?
Chaos Friends.
And Rocky Romero is part of Chaos Contingent with Chuck Taylor. And honestly, Rocky Romero does not do it for me.
Oh,
and
really?
That eye patch. If you don't need an eye patch, do not use an eye patch. I think it's cool. I would love if you got poked in the eye and you have to wear an eye patch for a few months. I think that's a really cool gimmick. You should not be wearing one for aesthetic purposes because it takes away from the gimmick. No?
I thought Rocky did great in this match. I thought Rocky was a lot of fun.
He's a step behind, I think.
There were a few spots where, because I'm not super familiar with Rocky Romero. I saw his match with Danielson, and I was like, oh shit, this is fucking awesome. And this guy Rocky Romero, he's really good. And then I watched him in this match tonight, and there were a few spots where I was like, oh, that didn't really look. He went. There was a spot where he went for a double clothesline, I think, on the Bucks, and he just so slowly stepped past them and then just stopped moving immediately to like be in position for whatever their spot was. You know, like they took him down. I don't know. Whenever I see stuff like that, I was like, that doesn't. Why would you have stopped if you didn't hit anything? Like, and
when he did the double clothesline?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly. He stopped or he kept going.
But he kept his back to them.
But he backed up because like they were supposed to grab him. And 100%. That's there's just a few moments like that where he's just a half step short. But I had this thought about best friends. I think the stance that they're in AEW right now, they are the too cool of wrestling. They are too cool. And
I hope Scotty Too Hottie joins.
Orange Cassidy is Rikishi. And everything Orange does is the stink face. And we really like the stink face.
Everybody loves the stink face.
Like the stink face. But man, how many stink faces can you see before you're like, wow, we've seen this a lot?
Well, the good news is early next year, CM Punk's going to get hit by a car and he's going to be out for 6 months. And then when he comes back, he's going to want to know who hit me with this car. And it's going to be Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy just pulls up in the same car and steps out. This match was fun though. Like I thought it really built towards the end and it was really good. There was something that the way that they transitioned into the Meltzer driver, like I can't remember exactly. It was like he had like a heel hook and then like went under to get him up for the pile driver. I was like, fuck,
he did like a pump
cool
handle.
Transition.
He pulled him through on a pump handle and then kept him there. That was really good. And honestly, what do I notice about Nick? Nick is becoming quite the little heel. Like he shows
he's so good.
He's so much more personality as a heel than as a face. Like he is
so
literally
funny.
the most milk toast face. Like there's nothing to root for. He seems like an empty vessel. Now he's filled with life. He wants to hurt. He wants to feel. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
But afterwards we get a super elite beatdown. Where the super elite with Adam Cole, they beat them all down, and then out comes Wheeler and he gets nailed. They do a sunrise, and then all of a sudden Sue's van comes. Sue's van makes an appearance, and out comes baby boy Trent. And Trent comes out all fired up, waits on the ramp for them to come to him. He's like hyped up, and they come at him, and he's just like, and he's waiting for the next one. I'm like, your friends are in there. How long? Like, it must have been really.
It was a very long time. They beat the shit out of Orange Cassidy
for a while.
Also, your mom was driving you to the ring.
Your mom drove you to the ring.
Got there a little faster.
Like how? Like did she get there? Like as I'm assuming, if you're going there to save your friends, you're going straight to the ring as soon as you get there. So that must have been just terrible timing that you came 5 minutes after the start of the beatdown and they lost. Like you didn't really care. Are you excited? Are we excited for Best Friends? Are we excited for this?
I'm excited for Trent. I think Trent looks fucking great. I think the Best Friends need Trent to be a watchable act. Without Trent, I don't care. I don't want to see Chuck. I need Trent. Trent is here. He shaved his head. He looks great.
Good.
He's chiseled. I'm pumped up.
Fucking great. Yeah. I'm excited.
He looks good. And the only time I ever wanted to see Chuck alone was when I thought Chuck was going to be Miro's butler. And I was really excited for a while because like, this is a fun gimmick.
That'd be fun.
Charles the butler. And I was
great at that.
But he didn't stick around. Like he should have really went into it. And then Miro and him could have been a tag team where him and his butler are having matches. And I would have loved that. That would have been a great time. I guess moving on, we get Ruby Soho. She's in the back.
Hey,
she's about to be.
Hey, Red.
What's that? What do you got?
Hey, Red.
What do you got?
Check the comments.
What happened?
We got S's in the crowd. We've got S back. How's K?
S is here.
How's K?
The
S writes, I miss Trent. This is a declarative sentence. His name just has a question mark in it. Very good. Very good. I like that. I miss Trent. That's right. That is the part of that. And then Orange did it for The Rock. Or we were talking about Orange being Rikishi, and Orange did it for The Rock, and that's very smart. Chica Marks writes, it's Suze Van. Suze Van was very excited. I just love seeing Suze Van. I'm excited to see Suze Van. I think that's a great entrance. I think they should do that more often.
I think Chica Marks is also saying that Orange Cassidy hits CM Punk in Suze Van.
Oh,
in the hypothetical storyline as well, which is very funny.
That's a really good fanfic we're building right now. Thank you so much. And we're all doing it. We're all a part of the LLW family.
Yeah, we're all
and if you all, by the way, message us if you ever want to be a guest on one of the future AEW shows. It's loserleespod@gmail.com. Look at this. Me plugging things.
Yeah. Send us a message.
Send us a message. But Ruby Soho is giving an interview, and she gets nothing out. Penelope and Bunny come out, and then Nyla comes, and they all beat her down, and then she's saved by Ty Conte and Anna Jay.
She has two friends.
She has two friends.
Yeah.
She does have two friends. One thing I noticed, Penelope Ford knows how to find her camera. She finds her, like when they're talking, she's not even looking at Ruby Soho. She's looking directly at the camera. Bunny's talking to Ruby. Ruby's talking to the both of them. And then Penelope's staring at the camera. It's very funny just to look at. But we had fun there. Are we excited for Ruby versus who? Who is it going to be against? Oh, so they get to face each other at Rampage?
Nyla.
Sixth person, right? Oh,
yeah, it's a six person on
and
Rampage, and then and then Nyla versus Ruby in the semifinals.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Chica Marks writes, Roy's got me, in reference to the realizing that we were going to hit with Suze Van. S writes, I wonder what you imagine of us all look like, Red. Miss you, fam. That's very sweet. I already have ideas of who you all look like, and I almost don't want to ruin them. So I'd like to keep myself in this bubble. Moving on, we get Tony with Sammy Guevara immediately interrupted, and interrupted by Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out.
Cody Rhodes, this motherfucker,
and
comes right out.
Says
he has the match.
Yeah.
One good guy to the next, right?
Yeah, that was my favorite part. He has to be trolling us. Like this he's going heel.
No, I think it's been settled ever since, honestly, when he threw that belt in the crowd and they threw it back, crushed him. He was in Atlanta. Yeah. He threw the belt in the crowd and they threw it back.
That was in Chicago. That was in Chicago.
We'll say it's Atlanta. I'm trying to tell a story here, Roy. We're in wrestling here. Life is malleable. And he was almost going to go down the bad guy ramp, but he's just like, walks the other way. Loving it right now. Anyone else really into this Cody deal?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
this is great.
I want to know. I just want to know what he's doing. I want to know what he's thinking, and I'm interested to see where it goes.
Roy can't wait for the next Roads Crossing. What is it? Crossing Roads. What is it?
Crossroads.
Crossroads.
No, what's
on TNT?
What's the name of that? Yeah, whatever the name of that show is.
Roads to the top.
Roads to the top.
Yeah. Crossroads is the Britney Spears vehicle.
Crossroads is his...
and also his
and a Bon Jovi album.
You guys watching Shack Life? There was a commercial for Shack Life.
No, I want to see the AEW one. They cover his wrestling match in AEW. I want to see that.
I almost appreciate it more on that show. I'd rather see that because it won't be surrounded by wrestling influenced people. Like it'll be Shaq just being like, yeah, this is bullshit, or it's not, which I'd appreciate.
Yeah.
I appreciate his take. Next up then, after we get that Cody Rhodes segment, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are in the skybox, and they're just screaming. Ethan Page is screaming, laughs a lot at first and then screams some. He says Dan Lambert's coming back. He's very excited about that. Scorpio Sky says a bunch of things, and then Sammy's still there. He's just standing there the entire time. He was standing there. And,
Champion doesn't get to talk.
This is a breakneck pace. Like it feels like the Muppet Show. Like as soon as the sketch is finished, they're talking about it right afterwards. Like the constant movement today.
Yeah.
Does anyone else think that the inner circle vests look look like a Stone Cold variant vest?
Yeah.
It's
pretty
much. A skeleton hand with a middle finger. It's a black vest. It just feels leather, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
It's just very silly to me.
100%.
I don't like it. I just don't like it. Do y'all care about Ethan Page in this segment or Scorpio Sky in this segment?
I like Ethan Page. I never care about Scorpio Sky, but I like Ethan Page. I think he's a good talker. He's a good antagonist. And I want to see him more away from everyone else that he's with right now.
Abuse, where do you fall on Ethan Page?
I like both of them, but I only really want to hear Ethan Page talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's much louder. Much louder.
Yeah,
Speaks a lot louder than Scorpio.
I love to watch both of them wrestle, but I love hearing Ethan Page talk. I think he's great.
I think he needs to get away from Dan Lambert.
Dan Lambert's coming back.
I love Dan Lambert. I don't tell me. I love Dan Lambert, but I don't like him with Ethan Page because Ethan Page just screams now. He's just screaming, and it's because Dan Lambert has all the fun, witty, heat-seeking things to say, and then all Ethan could do is just like, yeah.
He's just got to try to be louder than him.
We get a Jade Cargill and Thunder Rosa promo, which looked great. It really looked great. I'm very excited for this match. What are your thoughts here?
Boy, John.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Please.
You know more than anybody right now. And I've already told Red about this before the show. When we saw Thunder Rosa live at GCW, superstar. Just an unbelievable superstar. And now I'm like her number one fan. I'm so excited for everything that she does now after seeing her live. And Jade Cargill's rules too. I'm like on the Jade Cargill train also.
I'm very, are you
she's gonna be
Cargill Abuse?
I love Jade Cargill. I think she's great, but I'm like 1,000% behind Thunder Rosa. I mean, I love both of them. I don't, whoever wins, whatever, honestly, because I think Thunder Rosa will defeat Britt Baker for the main championship. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the match. Thunder Rosa, like Roy said, like she just carries herself like a star. She's super good in the ring. Every little thing she does matters. Her facial expressions are like tell so much about who she is and like the fight that she's in. I think she's fucking awesome. All the little things that Jade Cargill doesn't have, but I mean, she's fucking jacked and like looks really good, right? So I'm sure she'll have all those things eventually.
I just hope they do the right thing because Thunder Rosa has such likability. You immediately like her as a person. She's good. She's good, which is it's like a very Bailey thing. A very
instant
Bailey quality
connection. Why is your family throwing clothes at you? I just looked at the actual YouTube thing and I realized like I'm like hardly in frame at all.
Chico Marks says, I'm very excited for it. Love Thunder Rosa. This will be fun. We're very excited for it. And we can't wait. Next up, we get Jamie Hayter versus Rio. And they have a match. And,
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Before you ask us our opinion or you go through the match, what did you think of the match?
One of the thing is it's a well put together match. I thought it was well put together, but frankly, Rio wrestles like SpongeBob. She's just like she's so feather-like. Her arms are so wispy. Her body sells like she's a paper doll, but also she has no facial expressions when she's in pain. And there's just not. It's just she's just not. She's too small. And I don't mind. Well, hold on. Let me change this real quick because Rey Mysterio could do it. A lot of people could do it. You just have to have fire and you have to be fast. And Rio has neither.
She's a way to do
slow.
Yeah.
She's kind of slow. For being that small, you have to be fast.
There were good spots in this match, but like Rio did a dragon suplex on Hayter.
Nowhere near. Her hands were even on her back.
And then
looked around her.
And then it looked like she didn't even have the strength. And I think this is probably true. She doesn't even like have the strength to hook Hayter's leg.
No, I saw that too. She's got a big ham hock leg.
Like she reached like that thing was not moving.
Yeah.
You gotta be fast. You gotta strike. You gotta use your opponent's momentum and body weight against them, which
you have to work harder. When you're smaller, you have to work harder.
That crucifix like off the ropes, like that was fucking nasty looking.
And that was all Hayter.
Yeah.
And that was all Hayter throwing herself on her neck. What's that, Roy?
Well, that's exactly what it needed to be. Like that was the finish, and it needed to be brutal in order for it to be believable. And Hayter did that. I thought Hayter looked great in this match. I think Hayter's looked good in her last few matches. I think Hayter's really kind of rising up, which is good because I would assume somewhere in the not too distant future she's going to have a feud with Britt. So that needs to happen. I think Riho ultimately is a good opponent for Britt Baker. Like, yes, okay, fine. She's very small and her work isn't super great, but she's a good opponent for Britt because she has credibility. She's a former champion. Crowds like her. Crowds know who she is. Britt needs to beat someone with more credibility. And as far as AEW goes, she's a good example of that.
She's credibility in name only. The minute she gets in the ring,
Sure.
she lacks credibility. Like, cause like for instance, like Rey Mysterio, you could underestimate him when he comes down to the ring, or Lio Rush, you could underestimate them when they come down to the ring. But the minute the bell rings, they show you why they could win. You know, she does not show us why she could win until the last maybe 5 minutes of the match when she busts out some really her clever shit. But that's only time. Like up until that point, her chain wrestling, do not believe it. Her grappling, do not believe it. Her strikes look like magic wands. Like
I found myself wishing that Hayter would have won after that brain buster and then after that backbreaker, because they just look so nasty. And it's like, come on. She's not, Rio's so small. Come on, just pin her. I understand, you know, like why they're not doing it. We got a story to tell, but come on.
I also think comparing Riho to Rey Mysterio, she's almost more like Spike Dudley. Like Rey like put on some weight and got like stronger and looked more credible. Spike
I was
Dudley
thinking
was
of
just
Spike.
so small.
I was thinking of LSD when I was watching this match. I would love to see Hayter press slam Rio.
Spike is different
into the crowd.
Spike is sneaky. Spike
had energy.
Like, he had energy. Like he
had fight. He got fired up even when he was getting his ass.
You believed him. You believed him when he came back, and he's just like, oh my god. But by the way, we got some comments here. First thing, Chickabark says, "Oh my god, Red, thank you." That was probably to the SpongeBob comment. But S writes, "New guy looks like a hipster version of Dax Harwood."
Thank you.
That's great. That's very fun. That's a mustache in the glasses.
Nice little compliment there.
Who said that?
We got S and K. They're a couple. Unless something terrible happens since we spoke, and I don't want to say that. I'm so sorry. I just want to backpedal just in case, just a little bit there. Bless all you. Moving on, we got to talk more stuff because we got the Brit beat down on Riho, so she beats her down, gives her the mandible lockjaw, whatever it's called. But next we get an announcement that rocks the wrestling world forever. This Rampage, we're gonna
Taz has got the news.
Hook is debuting against Fuego del Sol.
Hook.
Oh, very exciting. We're all very excited for this. We're all pro Hook, right?
Oh, I'm over the moon for Hook.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this for a while. You hope what?
I hope he doesn't disappoint. What is he gonna do? Anything he does, like I hope he just wrestles like I think he does in my head, like a little crafty little spider monkey. Like he'll crawl on top of you, lock you in something because he's Taz's son. He better be doing submission-y stuff.
Yeah, I think he's going to. The cold-hearted handsome devil. That is Hook. He needs to go by the cold-hearted handsome devil.
Did Taz call him that?
Yeah, he called him that.
Who was the ring announcer tonight?
Dasha Gonzalez.
What? She's on Rampage, isn't she?
I haven't watched in a few weeks.
Justin Roberts has been. I think he had a family thing, so he's been gone the last couple of weeks. So Dasha's been filling in. Yeah, it's a temporary thing.
There were a few times like where it just seemed like, do you know who you're about to announce? Because there would be like long pauses.
Oh, that's sad. I did not
felt like she was thrown in at the last second.
Yeah, like she did it introducing Chaos, Best Friends, and in one of the eliminations in the Battle Royal, when it was Wardlow, Lio Rush, Wardlow.
Lio Rush.
I think Lee Johnson got eliminated with some other people. And his name had a very pregnant pause before she
continued on. That's very funny. Next up, we get another great promo, a very exciting promo for Shida versus Deeb. And this is very exciting.
Yes.
We're all very excited for this. This is the match. This should be this should be on every single Dynamite. Something with this storyline. Why does it have to be one women's storyline? You know, TBS title tournament, that's taking up everything. I guess Rio and Britt are their own little thing, but this is so good. This is what I'm dreaming of. This match, very excited for it. Who do we have? Who do we have winning? Deeb versus Shida.
Deeb.
Who won? So if they only had one match?
No, Deeb won the first one. The
first one,
the 50th win. Then the next
then
one,
Hikaru got
Shida won.
Right.
And then got beat with the trophy. And now this is the who do we have winning? Roy says Deeb.
I think Deeb.
Woo! We got Deeb going over. Let Deeb shine.
Deeb.
Let her reign be mighty. She should have won the TBS tournament. Honestly, that's just a shame that she's
so good. Yeah. Excited for that match.
Next up, we get Tony interviewing the Varsity Blondes, and they are saying something. Absolutely something.
Who cares? Lights go out. I get excited.
Then Malachi Black comes and he spits mist in both Julia Hart and Brian Pillsman's face. They both react like they got shot in the face with mist. Lights go out. He disappears. I come on the lights and he's consoling her with black shit all over his face, not selling it at all. Brian Pillman Jr., stop selling it, even though it's clearly on your face. Is anyone else wishes he would use the black mist more sparingly?
I wish he would use different colors.
But different colors do different things.
Well, like you said, yeah, I agree with that. So black mist is the worst, so only use that in worst case scenarios. Yeah. Use some red mist. Use a little green mist.
Yeah. Green mist should be a go-to until pay-per-views come and he brings out that black mist because that's important. Yeah. Or purple mist to make them paralyzed and their eyes are open. We got to do that. Let's see. Now we're at the main event. We're here at the main event. We made it here, folks. Thank you all so much for joining us. This is the main event of tonight's AEW Dynamite. This is Bryan Danielson versus John Silver. And Bryan Danielson gets the win with a laying down full Nelson. What are our thoughts on this match?
Knocked him out.
Anyone have any prevailing thoughts over your feelings on it?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was well paced. Danielson looked a little frustrated in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I think John Silver's great. It was exciting to see. I was excited to see him in a good, decent, competitive match where he really got some spotlight and shine. And Danielson's just a beast, he's just nasty. Mm-hmm. And not above raking his eyes, knocking him out, and then still wanting to kick his head in after the match.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice that this is his first time that he's cheated with the Dark Order? With all the other Dark Order participants, he's beat them clean. This time he raked the eyes. He raked the eyes, and that puts a lot over on John Silver, which you're saying I beat all these guys clean, but John Silver's he's a step above the others, he's a little bit closer to the top. So I have to be, which I loved. I thought that was important. Do you think this made John Silver look real good, Roy?
I do. I think Danielson alone saying that leading up to this match that Silver is the toughest member of the Dark Order makes him look good. And, it was a really strong showing from Silver. He did what he does, and he's very good. And the more opportunity he gets, obviously, the better he's going to look. I don't think he could be overexposed in the ring. I think he's legitimately very, very good. And I love Danielson's use of the Gotch style pile driver. Mm-hmm. I would love if Danielson's just started taking moves from all the opponents that he's beaten.
Yeah.
And the announcers start calling out that's Suzuki's. And then he takes a move from Silver. He takes a move from Cabana. He just starts taking everybody's moves like trophies. Mm-hmm. I just think overall, and this jumps into the post-match stuff, but we can say what we want about AEW's ability to build towards matches and everyday rush things, and there's a million things going on. They've done such an excellent job building up this title match. Yeah. It's just been so good. Everyone's played their parts so well. I'm so excited for this match next week. It feels like a legitimately very, very, very big deal, and I'm very excited about it.
Huge.
One thing I really liked about before we talk about the match next week, John Silver. One thing I thought he showed a lot of in this match was because John Silver shows a lot of character and charisma outside the ring, and he's definitely intense inside the ring. But when he had in a heel hook on Brian, and then Brian started kicking him in the head, and he's like, "Oh no!" He's doing like his goofy, like, "Oh yeah," like that kind of like silly "I'm Johnny Hungy" face. And I want more of that. Like not a lot. That was
great.
Not a lot, but like something like that. That's your hulking up thing. You're just like getting real jazzed about it. Like that's a really cool signature that he could keep doing and really make some, because like everything else he does, his hard hitting style and everything like that, people are into that. But this is the type of thing that connects the crowd to your persona in the back, you know, having that connection between the two.
You're a fun, sick dude.
Yeah. Fun, sick dude.
Yeah.
And Danielson's selling in that heel hook too.
Yeah.
Was fucking awesome. Like put it over so big. Just made it that much more special that Silver would just stick his tongue out at him like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
It did. Afterwards, we get Brian runs in. He's like, "Oh, I've kicked everyone's head in. I kicked in Coco Cabana's head. I kicked in Alan Angel's head, but I haven't. Oh, I kicked in. Oh, wait, I'm a man of my word." And then he goes to kick in his head. Out comes Adam Page, and then they have their little skirmish. Chases him off. So we're all very excited about this match. They have done a great job of building it. What I really wish this match ended like, and tell me what you think. I've told you this about it, Roy. One we should have done. It's in Long Island. John Silver is the homeboy. You push him out of the ring, and you get a 10 count to win. You get a 10 count out, the count out to win, and that's how you win the match. I want Brian Danielson to do that. That's insulting. That would get some real heat with that crowd. If you don't even get a pin, you get counted out. Oh,
yeah, really good.
One day they'll let me do that.
One day, Red. I believe in it.
So we're excited about Rampage. Rampage is super excited. We got Hook coming over. What other matches we got going on?
We got a tag team title match. We got the 6-woman match. And we also have Wheeler Yuta versus Adam Cole. So it sounds like 2 quick squashes. A women's match that'll be like 7 minutes. And then at least 30 minutes, like 20 to 30 minutes of that show will be the tag team match, it sounds like, which is going to be great.
Okay, what's Hook's finisher going to be? Let's go.
The Kata Hajime, the transmission.
Oh, sure.
I hope so.
Probably.
It has to be.
Know.
And honestly,
I don't know what he's gonna do.
If he to do it in a leg vine, high and tight, you know, I can imagine being on their shoulders. He's small.
Yeah.
Imagine being on the shoulders for that much and just holding. He's Tom Holland. He is Spider-Man. He's Hook. He's from Brooklyn. He's right there.
From Red Hook.
Hook. Yeah. Hook.
Well, I think he's actually.
What is this music gonna be? Oh man, Hook. Where's the hook? It's from the
from the movie Hook.
From the movie Hook. Rufio. Oh, thank you all so much for watching. This has been a great time we've had. Everyone say give a honk honk to John Buseman. Everyone give a good big thank you to John Buseman for spending the time. Honk honk. And please follow us on all the social media, Loser Leaves Wrestling on everything. And also send your emails to Loser Leaves Pod. If you want to be on the show or want to be a guest on one of these things, let us know. And thank you all so much.
I didn't even ask.
Yeah, you didn't even ask. We're asking. Oh yeah, we don't want to say that. You applied. You applied.
I applied with my friendship.
Sent an email in, and that's how we
you.
grabbed him on board. Thank you so much. What do we? Anything else, Roy? Do you have anything to say?
No, we'll see you Saturday for the weekly wrestle.
Oh, we got S with one more comment and right.
Oh, what I say?
Do you think the great build to Hangman versus Dragon is kind of wasted, being that the match is on an episode of Dynamite? Feels like they could make money on this match in the main event of the pay-per-view. Roy, what do you got?
Can I field this?
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. S. That's a great point. And I have that same thought all the time, as we all do. But we are living in the brains of wrestling fans that were wrestling fans in the Attitude Era. All the money is in television now. They want to put their big matches on television because that's where all the money comes from, and that's where all the ratings get generated. And what do the ratings get you? More money in future TV contracts. So that's why they're putting all these big matches there. So there you go. That's what I think's happening. But I do agree that it's
for the TV networks.
Yeah, Tony Khan really produces the show like it's the longest episode of Birdman. What is it with the Michael Keaton The
Yeah,
feature.
Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman.
Yeah,
Hey,
Birdman.
that was the
I
first
think it's Birdman.
movie I saw in theaters in Austin with you. My third day in Austin, we went to an Alamo.
Oh, the
and
Lake
saw it together.
Line.
Wow.
Good old
Lake
Lake
Line.
Line.
Alamo.
Thank you all
Yeah.
so much. Have a great time. Honk honk, everyone. Bye. Thanks,
Honk,
Tam.
honk.
Thank you so much, Tam.
Bye.
Thank you,
We're gonna count us
Tam.
off.
Bye.
10, 9,
5,
8, 7,
4,
4,
3.
3.
Remember when you
Two.
counted down the show and we weren't on?
Ole. 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 Ole.